What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Hurt Business Podcast. My name is Farish Rari, and I'm joined today by my co-host, my brethren,
Real bad man.
in the building.
Yes, sir.
All right,
What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you today, bro?
Excellent. Ready to talk about that banger of a car that started at 3 a.m.
Bro,
Thanks.
what the fuck?
Thanks, Dana.
Yeah, what the fuck? For us, like East Coast guys, that was really torture. But I agree.
Bro.
I'm pumped to talk about that car that took place in China. Hence the fucking 3 a.m. start time. Brutal stuff, Dana. We'll talk that. We'll talk Sonny Edwards fight this weekend versus Galal Yafai. And then some Ryan Garcia talk towards the back end of the show. I said we're going to start with it beforehand, but I feel like organically we set up UFC first. So let's run with that. At the top of the card, Petr Yan defends that top slot, the number 3 rank against Deiveson Figueiredo, and what I thought to be a fucking sweet barn burner of a fight. But what did you think when you seen it?
Yeah, I mean, this fight was insane. Yeah. Like, literally top to bottom. And honestly, Davidson's biggest test in moving up to the bantamweights, to the big boys now, I honestly thought he did the best he could against a Petr Yan. And it's so funny to think, like, you know, Petr Yan, who struggled with a guy similar to Deiveson just not so long ago. We saw him fight Merab and how one-sided that fight looked. And we know how Deiveson likes to fight. Very similar to Merab. And I was shocked. I was honestly shocked that Petr Yan kind of, leveled up from that and kind of, in a way, learned from that experience. Not to compare Deiveson and Merab too much, but it's hard to help. Like, they're very similar in style. Also, the fact that Figueiredo was moving up in weight, so that plays a big part as well. We can't deny that. But Petr Yan is just elite, bro. He's honestly just elite, and honestly, I forget sometimes. He's lost a couple. I go back to this now, and then I honestly thought about the Corey Sandhagen fight too, and I was like, dude, this guy is a monster. Like, literally one of the most interesting technical fighters in the entire roster. Like, he's so diverse. Yeah. He can do so much in there. And honestly, he gave Deiveson Figueiredo so many looks and so much to think about during the fight. Like, Deiveson Figueiredo couldn't even process what was happening at certain times. Like, he was like, I'm just going to shoot for a takedown. Like, I don't know what else to do at this point.
Yeah. Petr Yan definitely had so much, like, so variety, weapons, bro. And my favorite was, like, he would throw a strike with his hands, and then he would throw a high kick out of the fucking blue. He would just somehow get his leg. You know what I'm saying? And while they're being such a close distance. Yeah, bro. Petr Yan is such a fun style. You talk about some of the losses he has, but then, like, you really watch those fights, not one of them has ever been a boring fight. And not one of them has been like, damn, this dude's getting smashed, aside from Merab, and that's like the champion today. So that's definitely not aging too poorly. But then, like, I don't know. He definitely lost a razor close fight to Sean O'Malley in Dubai that year, a few years ago. That was like, dude, razor thin, and it was only 3 rounds. Like, Petr Yan seems to shine in these longer fights, but Deiveson, bro, was a little bit disappointed to see him have, like, no answer, and almost like at some point just being like, all right, I just gotta throw strikes. Like, I can't just keep running and evading and trying to grapple. In the first round, he was successful with it until Petr Yan reversed it, and then rounds 2, 3, and 4 were all the same of just Petr Yan destruction. And I think in that second round where he had that sweep, I texted you a video of it because it was fucking insane. And then it was going viral. Nuts, bro. And then it went viral later on that day. It was such a fun fight. And I'm happy for Petr Yan, given what has happened to him the past few years, like losing all these razor close decisions. It's nice to see one go his way.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, honestly, I thought Figgy, like, once Figgy took him down the first time, how easy that was. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it could get
bad. I was like, this just looking like what the Merab fight was gonna. It was giving me glimpses of that, and I think once Figgy took him down once, Yan he's a dog, man. Like he knows how to compose himself well. And he just did a phenomenal job at doing that. And then I think from that point on, Figgy just completely like underestimated the grappling level of Petr Yan. And I think that is definitely from watching and studying the Aljamain Sterling fight, the Merab fight. Like definitely he did a lot of studying on that, you can tell. Because he came into this very grappling heavily and he just completely underestimated that. So when he had to go and stand and strike with him, not many can do that, Corey Sandhagen couldn't do it, Most of the guys in that division can't stand with this guy. He's just so fast. He's so powerful. And he just had, like you said, he has a way of just mixing it up so well that you don't know what's coming next. Like he'll go low and then he'll go high. He'll go to the body and then, he'll shoot a takedown here and there. He'll grapple you, like he's just very diverse. And you don't really see that with a lot of these guys, especially in the bantamweights. Like the bantamweights are pretty striking heavy for the most part. Yan can do everything. He can do everything very exceptionally well. Similar to Merab, but there's just something about his striking that's better than most of these other guys.
Facts. And like his all-around ability, everything he brings to the table. Those takedown defense, like as the fight progressed, was elite, bro. Deiveson, who's traditionally a grappler, could not get him down. And once he got him down briefly in the first, he could not do nothing. And I like that point that you made about like most of the division being strikers. Yeah, if they're not strikers, they're like specialists and like wrestling or like jiu-jitsu. Like that, nobody's like an all-around guy like a Petr Yan. And that's kind of the most exciting thing moving forward. And for him to get a big win, bro, what am I about to ask you? You already know.
What's next?
What's next, bro? That's the golden question after all these fun fights.
I mean, for Petr Yan, I mean, it's hard to tell like where he is currently, because like you look at who is available and you look at who he's beat. Yeah, he just fought Song Yadong. He beat Song Yadong. He beat Deiveson for Figueiredo. He just lost to the champion of the bantamweight. So it's like, does he fight Merab again?
Yeah.
Does he fight a Corey Sandhagen again?
Does he fight Umar?
Does he fight Umar? Umar is very deserving of a title right now too.
Yeah,
it's a weird position for Petr. I feel like right now.
Yeah, he kind of has options too. I've seen Chito Vera even tweeted at him after the fight. I don't think that fight makes all the sense because Deiveson like really like swept Marlon on the judges' scorecards, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of potential for Petr Yan here. Like he solidified the fact that he's like in this top 3 echelon. Maybe a Sean O'Malley rematch because that fight was so close yet. But this time, give him 5 rounds. Let's not give nobody an out. You know what I'm saying? Let's let this shit go long. Because I don't know if you remember that fight, but it felt like Sean seen a fucking ghost by the end of that fight.
Yeah, it was definitely one of those ones where Sean definitely wasn't, 100% on being the winner on, for sure.
Yeah, he got cracked in that third, like dropped in that third round. We've never seen him even touched until then, really.
Yeah.
And he got dropped and yeah.
I wish when Chito Vera kicked him, but
oh yeah, but that was like a foot injury. That wasn't even like a legit.
Yeah, that was that was like a 1 in a million thing that could happen. But yeah, I mean, I'd say that they give it to. I'd say they're probably going to set up him and Umar. I feel like, because I don't know. I feel like after that fight with Merab, it was a domination, but Sean O'Malley was the champion for a while. Yeah. At least for a year, which means something. I feel like they might set up him and Merab again, and then they're probably going to do Umar, Petr Yan. That's just my guess. That's my guess. They'll do that. I don't see why they would do Petr Yan and Sean O'Malley again. It was a close fight, but I feel like Dana fucking coddles Sean O'Malley too much. I feel like he'll just give him another title shot. And Merab's a company man too. He'll do it.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I feel like Peter's gonna fight Umar next. I feel like that's definitely gonna be the one.
Fire.
Even though he probably doesn't want to fight him, he definitely wants to either fight for a title or fight Sean O'Malley again. Honestly, I feel like he probably want to fight Sean O'Malley more than anything.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's a title or not.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
Just to say he beat him.
What's that?
Just to say he beat him like definitively this time, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, not have the fucking judge scorecard go against him like it did last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah,
like
but where
that
does-
more. I kind of like that more. What you said for Yan to fight Nurmagomedov, because I feel like again, like Yan's ability to just do everything, fighting a guy like Umar is perfect.
Yeah.
Like you fight a true specialist, like a true grappler who can also strike, and it really puts Yan at a tough test. And if Yan can beat that guy, like he's
you're definitely at a title at that point.
Yeah, like there's nobody
question.
else. Yeah, there's nobody
Yeah.
else. And I think that's an awesome opportunity, honestly, the more I think about it. And then you're right. Dana does love Sugar. He loved the pink hair. He likes a little young cash cow that lives in Arizona. So he's definitely gonna throw him into a title shot possibly in his next fight. But he is coming off a surgery or some shit. So I wonder how long that'll take to recover.
Surgery and a bad loss to Merab. Like they didn't even win a round in that fight.
Yeah, it just like gave up. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to bounce back from. But yeah, I like it.
What about Figgy, man? I mean, Figgy took a tough loss here too, man. And honestly, it seemed like in some areas he didn't look like he belonged. Like I've never really seen Figgy being able to sustain heavy grappling like that for 5 rounds anyway against any of those guys in, you know, those lighter divisions too. Like even against Brandon Moreno, like I just don't think like he was able to sit and grapple with that guy for 5 rounds. It really wasn't a good game plan for him. That worries me, man. I thought about that for him in this division. Like Peter's good, but that's a guy you should be taking down if you're elite level. You know what I mean? Like if you're as elite as a grappler you are as Figure, you should be taking that guy down with ease, which he did one time, but then just struggled for the rest of the fight. Nonetheless, he had a good fight, but yeah, he didn't have the cardio, man, and he just gashed at the end. He just fucking gashed, and once you don't have anything left, like it's just easy pickings for a guy like Petr Yan. Easy pickings.
Yeah, with a guy that can
I don't know where Figgy goes.
Yeah, I don't know if it was his cardio or just like it felt like he didn't even want to sit in the pocket with Petr Yan, which is probably the smart approach, but also like it felt like he didn't want to get hit with shots, which I guess is the name of the game. Of course, it's hit and don't get hit, but like I don't know. There's a certain level of like evading and like not like sitting there and exchanging that comes with Figgy. That's like not the most entertaining, but like you can't take it away that like the guy was on a run at bantamweight. In the short run that he has this year at this new weight class, he was 2-0 before this fight. Rob Font, Marlon Vera in like dominant fashion. Like it felt like he belonged in this weight class. So matching up against Petr Yan felt like an appropriate test. But like again, there's levels to this. This is Yan's actual weight class. And yeah, bro, the right man won. So exciting, kind of like the next 6 months, what it looks like for this weight class, because all these guys are kind of free at the current moment. Nobody's like really
Corey Sandhagen is mega free right now. He just came off a loss with Umar back in August, but prior to that, like he fought Petr Yan, who he lost to, but it was a great fight. You know, beat Song Yadong, beat Marlon Vera, beat Rob Font 3 in a row, and then fought Umar. You know, lost that one. Imagine a world where Corey Sandhagen fights Sean O'Malley. What do you think of that fight?
Stop it, bro. We've done this so many times.
Huh?
We've talked about this fight so many times.
You don't think it'll ever happen, do you?
Nah, I feel like there's still more time before that fight happens.
You think Sean O'Malley? Okay, so Corey Sandhagen lost to Umar and Petr Yan, who are arguably going to be champs soon.
Yeah, or fighting.
Merab will be champ as well, but those guys are going to have their time again. Who else is there for Corey to fight then? He already fought those two. It's just Sean O'Malley left.
Yeah,
it's just him.
Or Deiveson.
They're both coming off a loss.
Fight Deiveson.
Fuck no.
Both coming off losses. One's 4, one's 5 in the weight class. I feel like.
Hey, I'm just entertaining. Yeah, you're right. I'm just entertaining it though. They're both coming off a loss. That'd be a big fight, man.
Dana is big fight. If Dana was listening to you, he'd probably be like, "Nah, pal. My boy Sean is going right to Merabville."
No, I know. I know. He's going for the title again.
Yeah, he's not detouring. But I agree that like Corey versus Sean O'Malley has like all the writings of a sweet fight, bro. There is a world where that's a shitty fight if Corey decides to do his martial arts shit and like I can grapple, like what he did against Rob Font. Like if he pulls that out of that cat out of the hat, it'll be a poopy night. But there's a lot of options at bantamweight, bro. Just match him up, put him in an AI, and just fucking scramble. Totally looks like you're trying to hear me, but just can't. You good? You here? You with me?
Good, man.
Let's go. All right, man. I think that's enough on the bantamweights. What a fun fight, main event it was in Macao, China.
Yeah.
A little bit on this co-main. What did you think of Yan Xiaonan versus Tabatha the Shark Ricci? Anything?
Just a domination by Yan. I mean, there's not really much to even talk about here.
Agreed.
You know? Yeah, I like Tabatha. She's good. That's what's his face? Callum Walsh girl.
Yeah.
The Irish lad.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Tabatha's got a lot to learn, man. I mean, she didn't belong in this fight at all. She showed absolutely nothing that Yan couldn't handle. Her striking was just weak. Her grappling was weak. Like there was really nothing she really demonstrated in this fight. But if there's anything she learned, is she has to work on her striking. I mean, Yan is good. Like she's elite. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
she's fucking good. But Tabatha needs to step up her striking if she's gonna fight with these strawweights, because there are much better strawweights than Yan. You know what I mean? So
facts. Nah, well said. It almost felt like Tabatha didn't belong in this situation. Yeah. Like it felt like she bit off way too much than she could chew. Fighting the Chinese top 2, the number 2 ranked strawweight in her home country.
Yeah.
When you clearly don't have much experience fighting like the top 5, top 10 girls, like this is your first big test, like across the world. Like it was just not the ideal situation for her. But she took it on. She showed up. She fought her ass off, and not the best display. But Yan Xiaonan just again like Petr Yan just welcomed this challenger and just defended their slot, and just they're still at that top. Like both fighters are like arguably a title shot away, like one fight from a title shot. If not, their next fight should be for a title. Arguments are there.
No, I agree. And it's like Tabatha's fought some good people too. Like, she's beat Gillian Robertson. She's fought what's her face, Tiny Tornado. Like she has good wins. Like she's not like horrible, but this fight felt a little too soon. I think she needed somebody in the top 5, not this number 2. I don't think that was crazy. I did not see this coming. But yeah, like I said, lots to learn. Got your ass whooped. Don't take it on the chin. Just got to improve, get better.
Speaking of ass whooped and taking it on the chin, bro, Muslims Salikhovs. I hope whatever, as close as I'm gonna get. The performance of the night, definitely the KO of the night, the spinning back heel kick.
That was
flush,
nasty.
Bro. It was so flush. And what I find most impressive in shots like that is how in the fuck like our heels are like this big, bro. Like, how are you going to do a 360 and somehow time the moving target and land it flushly on the chin? How does one do that shit?
Magic, bro. Literal magic.
Magic, bro. That shit was sweet. And Muslim, I'm pretty sure, is getting up there in age.
Yeah.
And for him to just, the king of kung fu, just to land a sweet, like 40 years old, a 40-year-old landing like a highlight reel, like this is the best clip of my career sort of knockout, bro.
Yeah.
Against the homegrown Chinese fighter. It was fucking awesome, bro. This was the coolest moment of the night for me.
Yeah, honestly, definitely the cool. I mean, nobody's arguing that. That was definitely the coolest moment for sure of the night. Yeah, that was. You don't see too many of those. You know what I mean? Like, so you always appreciate that kind of stuff. Like, holy shit! Like that's definitely going in the one of the best knockouts this year
for sure. Yeah.
Although I think that we'll talk about that later, but.
Yeah, we got like a few weeks away from doing like our best KOs, best fights.
Oh,
like, honestly, bro, December's in a few
days.
The one
I already know we're gonna have the same one, and it's still the best one this year. We're gonna have the same. Don't say it though. Don't say it though. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. I know for a fact we have the same one. I know we do. There's no. I think everybody has the same one this year. Honestly, I think everybody has the same exact.
You seem convinced by this. Is it the?
No, I'm 100%. I know. I'm certain about this. We all have our favorite one this year. It's all the same one. This one was insane. We all know which one it is.
I almost think you're trolling.
I'm not.
You being for real?
I'm being so for real, bro. Being so for real.
All right, word. Speaking of for real, man, the Joker. Did you see this chick like in the press conference and stuff? Or not the press conference, but like the ceremonial weigh-ins. She got the whole Joker face on. She's doing all this. She's confident, talking shit to her opponent, Gabriela.
Yeah.
Hernandez. You seen that clip?
Yeah, it was a little cringe, but
no, it was totally cringe. But then to show up on fight night.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah. A little embarrassing, you know. Maybe let's chill out with the makeup and the antics. Let's just show up and fight, How many times does Paul Craig do it and just shows up and gets knocked out?
Yeah, Paul Craig should be the example. Like, get your face painted, and this was what happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but not decent fight. Good submission. I honestly thought you were talking about the. There was another one on here that was just insane.
Yeah, that was a wicked scary KO, bro. Like the way they had to get the like stretcher in and like get her neck situated and just stretcher her off site was really alarming. And like in the heat of the moment, like Ming landed that high kick, bro, and then jumped on her and landed like additional strikes when clearly Fang was in another dimension. But like Ming had like, there's nothing like, she's just probably so in the zone and in the element where like you just go, bro. And it was not the best look from a viewer. If you're casual watching this, it probably looks way more brutal than it should be. And I agree, but give Ming some slack. She had a sweet KO, big moment, and I hope the best for Fang and her health.
Bro, did you hear the story about this girl too, Ming? Dude, apparently her parents never knew she was a fighter, bro.
What?
Yeah, so Ming is a doctor, bro. She's a doctor in China.
I seen that.
And so so I was like, there's no way. And then I looked at her history, bro. This is her first pro fight in the UFC. Like, I've never heard of her, obviously. But I was like, damn, this is her first fight, like, on the professional stage. I'm like, that's crazy. And so now, I mean, I guess now her parents are obviously going to know, like.
Bro, she had the most viral KO maybe of any Chinese fighter in the past decade.
They're definitely going to know now. But she, like, never told them, I guess, that she was, like, a fighter on the side. Like, that's crazy, bro. But she was saying, it was funny because she was saying, like, after she knocked her out, she was like, damn, like, she's definitely, like, bad. Like, she's in a bad state because she's a doctor. She's like, bro, I thought I killed her, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's fair.
That's
like,
scary coming from a doctor, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fair. But, like, this is the game. This is the game.
This is the
sport they chose, bro. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
I knew that. I just hope she's able to, like, bounce back from this and, like, still have a career in this if she pursues that and cares for that. But
bro, she's low on T. She's low on T, and she's half blind, bro. Bro, this girl has a very interesting background.
Who, Fang or Ming?
Ming, bro. Yeah.
She's blind?
Half blind, bro. Isn't that crazy?
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Blind is scary.
Yeah, bro. She's like what's his face?
Bisping?
No, yeah, Shower. She's like him, bro.
Nah, that means she'll never be able to fight in US of A.
No, never. Literally never. But
what a KO though. Jeez.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, really crazy, man. Really crazy. Yeah, I was going down the rabbit hole on her past and stuff, and I was like, wow, this girl is literally a superhero. Like she's definitely, I can't even imagine like how many followers and people that have like now interacting with her now. It's insane. Like from nobody to somebody, like all in one night. It's crazy.
Shout out the UFC, baby.
Shout out the UFC. Good for her too. Again, good win.
Yeah, big win, big win. Speaking of big win, we kind of skip past this one. I just want to get your thoughts, if any,
Carlos,
on your boy Carlos Ulberg. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was a good fight.
Yeah, nothing crazy, right?
Yeah, nothing crazy. But like, I can't ignore the fact that he's like winning and climbing the ranks. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's due for that big opponent soon, right? Not that Volkan is not a big opponent.
Yeah, I was gonna say this was a step.
It was a big task. It was still a big task. Like Volkan's a heavy hitting, tough guy, but I don't know. I'm ready for Carlos to get like, one of them ones, man. Like, when is he gonna get like an Alex Pereira, bro?
Or like a Khalil Roundtree?
Or Khalil Roundtree? Like, when are we gonna see that, man?
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully soon, bro. Because he, again, like you said, he's winning these fights, and like Volkan is a huge step up for him, and the guys he's fought, like nobody's on that level, and for him to decisively win, it was impressive. It was good shit, Mm-hmm. But as expected, he was a big favorite going into it, so the stock continues for Carlos Ulberg, bro. We'll see what happens with him at that 205 weight class.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited for him to get some better fights.
UFC Macao, fun fights, fun all-around card from China. The prelims were so many fights. I didn't watch all of them, so I don't really have any that jump out to me. Any that are standing out to you that you want to kind of...
Really the one with Ming, that was like my favorite one on there. Yeah. There were some good ones that were in the earlier card that were great. But
they do the glory to the UFC or whatever that show is, and it feels like we have no knowledge of this. Like we just randomly see a card where we just have these guys fighting for some sort of like prize, and I'm like, I don't even know these guys. I feel like that's just me, but whatever. Anyways,
I feel the same.
All right, it's me.
You're not alone on that.
All right, moving on. Sonny Edwards, Galal Yafai, and you know how excited I am to see my boy back in the ring against the guy that's winnable for him. Not.
You think it's a winnable fight for Sonny?
For sure. And you know me, I usually stand with my Habibis, pretty traditionally. But like, dude, Sonny's really good, bro. Sonny's really good. And
I don't know, man. Yafai's good too, man.
Yafai is good. Yeah,
he's good, man.
Yafai or Galil is good. I agree. That's why I'm excited for it, because it's definitely a test for Sonny. You're catching a guy who's also young, kind of on the uprise, undefeated, never lost, kind of chasing a world title. Although it's an interim, he's chasing a world title opportunity, and this is that for him. He's fighting a star in Sonny Edwards, and it's a big moment for Galil. Is it too big for him? Possibly. But I know one thing for sure, man. Yeah. Sonny's good, bro. Sonny's wicked good. He's fought in the guys. I know he lost to Jesse Rodriguez, Bam, who's also my boy, but like Bam is creme de la creme. That's like the best on planet Earth. So the point I was making by saying that is he has the experience against like elite guys. Does Galil? I don't think so.
Nah,
Pal.
no, Galil doesn't.
Yeah.
Galil is definitely one of those guys who can definitely beat Sonny. I definitely think he could. He doesn't have the pedigree that Sonny Edwards has. He doesn't have those elite fights on his record for sure. But that also doesn't take away from the fact that the elite guys that Sonny has fought, he hasn't done the best against them either. You know, he did, like we say, he did fight a Bam, and you know, Bam dominated him, like literally just dominated him. You know, so he does have the experience, I would say, in that matter. But you know, they're going in there anyway. They're gonna fight each other. You know, so whatever happens, happens. Galil's just so good, man. He's so powerful, and honestly, I think that's like the biggest thing I'm worried about in this fight for Sonny. Is we all know how that last one ended. You know, Galil's just as powerful, man. He's just as powerful. He can land that shot, man. He can land that shot that can take Sonny out, man. He's done it time and time in the ring. I like the kid. He's got speed. Defensively, you know, he's not like that good, I would say. You know, I definitely think Sonny's going to have a good time jabbing his head off. But Sonny is definitely going to get hit with some heavy shots, and I hope he can take those shots because this dude can fucking hit, bro. So yeah, not too much on this one. You know, it's a nice little interim fight. The lead up was nice too. The lead up was pretty funny. I like Sonny. He's a funny dude just because his accent, but
bro, and he talks shit though. That's like the accent's cool, but if you're not talking shit and you have the accent, it's like, what's the point of having the accent? But he talks shit, which makes it so much more fun.
I agree. Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of big on Sonny. It's more so for like the antics and like the personality more so than anything. But like also in the ring, like he cuts angles really well. Like he's swifty, he's fast, wicked quick. He's like here, there, like a little mouse. But I don't know if I'd compare Galil's power to Jesse's just yet. This is a good test though. If he's able to like hurt Sonny and stumble him and like make him look like some chump change, like we definitely have to start talking about Galil and putting some respect on that name. Yeah, and then you know during their press conference too, you know, Sonny Edwards. I honestly didn't even know this that they fought in the amateurs, and Sonny out and beat him in the amateurs. So it's just funny, like to see Sonny talk about that too. Just I'm always gonna have that over you. Like I already beat you already. Like it's not gonna be any different. But Galil is just basically like, bro, like what Jesse did to you, I'm gonna do you worse. Like just wait and see. Like I'm gonna do you worse than that. And so it's good, man. It's good stuff leading up to this. But we love. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think Edwards is really slick, man. I think he will end up coming out on top on this. I think Yafai will definitely make it a competitive fight just because of how aggressive he is, and he won't be afraid to get hit by Sonny. You know, Sonny doesn't hit that hard. So it will create a challenge for Edwards, but, you know, Edwards is pretty good at, you know, staying out of the heat of the storm for the most part. When these guys come in, wow, that would have been crazy if I said that. When these guys are aggressive towards him, he's good at, you know, he's good at staying straight of the storm. So I think he's got way more skill in that aspect than Yafai does. But honestly, I would not fucking be shocked if this ended in like a split, bro. I would not be shocked if it ended in a split. So because Yafai is just, he's gonna land something, bro. Like he's gonna land something, and Edwards just doesn't have a chin, bro. Interesting. Okay. He just does not have a chin. So I would not be surprised if it ended in a split. But I'm leaning towards Edwards a little bit more. Fair. Yeah. One. I also lean towards Edwards, but like, Gaffey is gonna make it interesting. Yeah, he's gonna make it interesting. Definitely. For sure. Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm in. Speaking of interesting, today I seen a press conference where Ryan Garcia is apparently fighting some Japanese kickboxer who's like 50 pounds heavier than him in a boxing exhibition. Did you see this shit?
Yes, I saw this earlier, and I thought, you know what? This is exactly what a Ryan Garcia who's banned from professional boxing would do. This is exactly what he would do, is go over to Japan and fight a guy I've never heard of in an exhibition match. I didn't even know he was 50 pounds heavier. I didn't know that till you just said that.
He's like 3 weight classes different. Like this is it just doesn't make sense. But I was listening to Ryan talk in an interview today. Apparently the reason he's fighting this cat, A, because he's suspended from fighting in the US.
Yeah.
And B,
we know that.
It's because this dude was beating the shit apparently out of what's his name? Manny Pacquiao. And Ryan feels like it's in his best interest to defend Manny Pacquiao's honor and fight this Japanese kid who, again, beat the shit out of Manny Pacquiao.
I don't know. That is stupid. Ryan Garcia is such an idiot.
It's such an idiot because like it can go so south for you. Like just serve your suspension in like silence and just come back and just be healthy and just fight. It's
but he
like,
can't.
Like yeah, this lifetime ban from the WBC. Okay, that's fine. But there's still 3 or 4 other like boxing organizations that will love to have you. Not to mention like the world wants to watch you fight. Like there's fans who actually care to see how you match up against this guy and this guy and this guy. Not this fucking Japanese kickboxer who nobody even knows.
Yeah, who else is he gonna fight though? You know what I mean? Like,
bro, there's so.
It's not like he has options. It's not like he has options, bro.
Are you kidding? Are you saying right now, fight? Like with the suspension, or like if he was free and capable?
I don't think he can fight a professional boxing fight right now, unless it's in some off organization.
Yeah, as of today, like as of November of 2024, but. Next year, your suspension's over. Isn't it just 1 year for the PEDs? It's not like a lifetime ban. That was the WBC banning him, or one of the organizations just trying to do the most in like just trying to make the most noise. But it's like Ryan is still a star. Like he's still a star. He doesn't need the WBO, the WBC, the IBF. He doesn't need these platforms to be that star. And it's just stupid to me that he's gonna go fight in Japan, take all this risk, all this like potential like injuries that could happen. Like you could like there's so much that could go wrong in this situation. It's like, why the fuck do it? Why not just keep your ass at home, go to rehab, get healthy, keep training, and next year's time you're fighting. Like you can make a splash at 140 or 47 or 50, whatever size you want, bro. You're still a star.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's these antics he's going through. I don't know if he has a corner anymore. Like if people are like, who sanctioned this? Like who allowed this to happen? It's like that's honestly what I think of. Like. As far as like people in his corner, you know, people he talks to, you know, his coaches, like who's allowed him to even partake in these like goofy activities of fighting I guess a well-known kickboxer in Japan, not known here, by the way, 3 weight classes above in Japan. What is the thought? Like, it just baffles me. Like, what is the thought process behind this? Why can't you just sit in the gym, work on your craft, and come back next year ready? Like, why are you fighting this guy?
Serve your suspension like a normal person. Don't like try to find loopholes where you'll still make fights and make money where like nobody gives a fuck to see.
Yeah, nobody cares about this.
And then you beat the shit out of this like Japanese dude, and then what? And then you're right back home serving your suspension. Like you make a few mil and then like, all right, like that's pretty cool. But again, you just could have stayed home, got healthy, Didn't do this bullshit. Didn't cause no more injuries to yourself. Just, didn't add to what already is a not so good situation for a elite young pro boxer.
Yeah. Ryan Garcia he needs help.
Yeah, and we've been.
It was funny though
for like months too, which is like, what the fuck?
He seemed like a normal dude. Like during the press conference, he seemed pretty normal. Like he seemed like he was just like, yeah, I'm bored. Like I want to fight. Like I still want to be active. I want to fight guys, which is fair. But then then this guy he throws you see when he threw a paper at his head. Ryan Garcia started, and then Ryan Garcia, it just a switch went off in his head, and he turned back into the old Ryan Garcia again.
Yeah.
All because this guy threw a paper at his head.
Childish. Childish. Yeah, it's a circus. It's a circus, and I'm not excited.
What's the saying? It's old dog, new tricks. It's the same shit with this guy, man.
I don't know that. I know you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Isn't that the saying?
I thought there was one similar where it's just once you do something once, you probably do it again. He's the same guy over and over again. He just doesn't change.
Yeah.
Still doing bullshit.
And now we have to
probably put it out too. It's an exhibition.
Dude, you might as well. You might as well. Now's your chance. You did it against Devin Haney. You might as well do it against fucking. Not even gonna go there, but yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. I'm not too thrilled, but again, it's another chapter in what already is an insane story that is the Ryan Garcia saga. Yeah. This dude has put together quite the storylines, and he's 24.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
Anyways,
You seen that Mike Tyson wants to fight again? Yeah, we won't talk. Yeah, we're done.
Mike Tyson?
Not that one. Not that one.
Word. Not that one. All right, good. Because I got concerned. This guy hasn't been seen since the 90s. We haven't seen that guy in 25, 30 years. But
oh man.
All right, let's get out of here, bro. Let's close out the show. If you've made it to this part of the podcast, Josh and I greatly appreciate the support. Follow us on the socials. Go get you some merch. Subscribe on YouTube, 5 stars, Apple, Spotify. Enjoy Turkey Day. Go fucking crazy. Make sure you just eat up. Enjoy dessert. If you're a fighter in fight camp, I can't help but feel for you during these seasons of good eats. But there's a bigger goal on your agenda. So respect to you and respect to everybody else. Enjoy your turkeys again. We'll see you guys in a few days where we'll cover what's going on UFC 310 next week. So check back in with us then. But until then, free Palestine.